The gentleman from Fairfax, Mr. Surovell.
Speaking to the amendments, Mr. Speaker, or the substitute.
The gentleman has the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. First of all, I have an announcement. Just wanted to let everybody know that I'm not shaving until the hybrid tax is gone. I'm just kidding. Ladies and gentlemen, I do think that the hybrid tax, as it still stands in this bill, is flawed policy. Notwithstanding that, I intend to vote for the amendments while holding my nose. But I just want to explain it. We didn't talk a lot about the hybrid tax when this bill passed, and it's really, this policy suffers from 4 problems, and this is going to be back next year and again and again and again if it stays. First of all, taxing hybrid vehicles. It punishes people for doing the right thing. Normally we don't tax people for doing things that are virtuous. You know, Senator Eben and I put out a petition. We had 7,000 Virginians sign this petition. You will not believe the comments we got. You know, why am I being taxed for doing the right thing? We had people asking us, what's next? We're going to be taxing vegetables? Somebody going to say that I'm not paying my fair share of tobacco taxes, we need to tax non-smokers? We're going to tax shoes to make sure we get the pedestrians? Or maybe we are taxing shoes now that we're doing the sales tax to fund roads. But, Mr. Speaker, this is not, this hybrid tax takes us down a road that we've never been before. The second problem with this is that this tax bears no actual relationship to what it purports to. The rationale we were given is that we are somehow asking hybrid drivers to make up for gas taxes they're not paying. The average vehicle sold in the United States vehicle fleet last year in 2012 got 23.9 miles a gallon. Now, if you take the most environmentally friendly, greenest hybrid, one that only, say, Delegate Lopez or Hope might drive, that gets, say, 45 miles a gallon. If you drive 15,000 miles with that car, it gets you'll use 333 gallons of gas in a year. The average car sold last year would get 627 gallons. If you multiply that times this new gas tax we have of 12 cents a gallon, Lopez and Hope are only skipping out, folks, on about 35 bucks a year. Now, for the privilege of skipping out on 35 bucks a year, you got to pay $65. $64. That doesn't make any sense, and it punishes people, again, for doing the right thing, for our communities, for doing the right thing for public health, for doing the right thing for energy independence. It doesn't make any sense. The third problem is that hybrid owners already pay their fair share of taxes. The average hybrid car costs about 10% more to purchase. You pay a higher vehicle titling tax when you buy it. You pay a higher personal property tax when you buy it because we don't phase it out for any vehicle worth less than $20,000. You also pay if you want to drive on the HOV lanes an extra $25 a year for a special license plate already. 25 bucks a year. Hybrid owners are already being taxed twice, 2 times, 3 times, taxed more already, paying their fair share for what they're not paying in gas taxes. And the last thing I'll say is this policy, folks, is not rational in another way, because there are many other vehicles that get better mileage than hybrids, but we're not adding on the fee to them. The 2012 GMC Yukon hybrid gets 21 miles a gallon. Yet we're asking that vehicle to pay a $64 tax. We're not putting on motorcycles. We're taking it off mopeds. We're not having bicycles. Those freeloading bicyclists pay their fees for riding on our roads. I don't want to give you any ideas. But, folks, once we go down this road of picking on one specific technology, it loses its rationality. It doesn't make sense. And that's why 7,000 people signed a petition, because they feel picked on. Now, having said that, Mr. Speaker, I appreciate the governor listening to us. I appreciate the governor. We actually delivered those petitions to him, and I believe he actually read them based on what his staff told me, and I think he heard what the people of Virginia said, and that's why he proposed to lower this hybrid fee, and we appreciate that. And in light of what he's done, I'm going to hold my nose and I'm going to vote for this bill. I'm the only one on this side of the aisle who voted against this bill last time. I'm voting for these amendments this time. But, Mr. Speaker, and my colleague here, I don't know what she's doing, but she stood with me last time. Hopefully she'll come with me this time. But, Mr. Speaker, this hybrid tax is something that's got to go. And we're going to be back next year. I got one more over here. But we're going to repeal this hybrid tax next year, and I hope the body will stand with me and do just that thing next year. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Please hold your applause.